suggest that the time it will take will go beyond your next meeting in June, so it should be placed on the agenda for the August meeting, the second Monday of August, and we'll see what comes forward between now and then.
John, it's not vacant lots, right? It's two
This
existing
is
homes.
one double home proposed to be subdivided into two half. They exist.
I mean, why do we have to wait so long? I mean, if it's already existing and all we're doing is making a paperwork change, what is it that has to wait? I'm just asking.
Well,
I'm just
it
afraid.
comes under a subdivision ordinance, and as such, it has to go into review and has been reviewed. There are, some issues have already been found. My report's on file for one, you can review that. And before council acts on it, the planning commission first
Okay, so it didn't go
has
through.
a chance to look at it. And then after the planning commission reviews all the reports, municipal authority reports, my report, county planning commission report, then our planning commission will provide their recommendations.
That's fine, I just didn't know, I think it was a plan, yeah, I just wondered.
Okay. Any other general comments from the audience? Yes, sir.
I just want to say thanks to the ones involved in cleaning up the property down there at 1027 on Dollar Street. That they got down there after that meeting, they did it pretty promptly, and I'm pretty pleased with that.
Okay. Sir?
Mr. Singh, council, prior to
I'm sorry,
the
clear your
river,
name. Just have your name for the record.
Ron Krager, prior to the riverfront project, which is fantastic, I walk it daily, there were 7 boat ramps on the other side of the wall. 2 as soon as you went over, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 at Church Street, 1 at Linden Street, 1 at Pine Street, 1 at Spruce Street, and 2 at South Street. They're no longer there. Twice in the last 2 weeks, there's been river rescue. They have to go down below the fiber dam to get above the fiber dam, and that's uncalled for. That cannot happen. There has to be an emergency ramp put in there. You have a dock, there has to be accessibility. They could not go to the marina was locked due to high water. You can't come above the dam from the boat ramp. There has to be something done. And I mean, time is a factor. Anybody, the police, the fire department, time is a factor. They have to do something. They have to at least get 1 more ramp in there, if nothing else but for emergency purpose.
Okay, I appreciate your comment, but I know that was discussed early on in that riverfront development, and there was reasons, either the Fish Commission, the Game Commission, the DER, Corps of Engineers, something, it couldn't be done. So
And one more item
about that, Jim?
on the riverfront. I'm the one who's been calling and bugging the crap out of you to get those pedestrian right-of-way, to get the people from the high-rise over there. If they have one possibly at Chestnut Street and possibly at Arch Street, crosswalk so they can do it. I know, I brought it up on the radio. If you go to Market Street, there's a red light, left turn gets a green light. Right turn has stopped coming north. The green light coming south goes. There is no time, period, when somebody can walk across there. If you put these pedestrian right-of-ways as they have on Route 61 for Chestnut Towers, and as they have for Wises, it'll work. People want to utilize it, they don't want to get run over.
Okay, it's a good point. That's all, you just have to get them approved with PennDOT. I believe there's been application or discussion on that.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Yeah, Jim asked about ordering the signs, Ron. That's in discussion, buddy.
Any other comment? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got a question regarding the collection of yard trash.
I'm sorry,
The
collection of
collection of yard trash.
Yard trash.
Brush and stuff. I've had stuff on my back for 3 months now, hasn't been picked up.
Talk about shrubbery.
Shrubbery, just cuttings from the yard, etc. It's been lying out there for 3 months now.
Did you call down and give them the
I
address?
have called down and nothing's been done about it.
Okay.
It's now along the curb way. Down along the
It's,
curb.
where normally is Kevin Knight at the end of my yard, where I always leave it, same place.
They didn't pick it up.
They haven't picked it up, no.
Okay, I'll check that address tomorrow.
It's not in the yard, right? It's outside.
No, it's outside of the back of the
They
yard.
just can't, I mean, we're picking it up like you wouldn't believe. So,
Well, you picked
Well,
up
now
stuff from
make
my
sure-
neighbor last week.
I'll get a phone call tomorrow. then.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, they're gonna take care of it.
We should do that too.
They're busy with that stuff, they really are. I mean, this is the time of year where, a lot of trash is out there. Especially after the storm last night, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Regina Russell again. Regarding Councilman Bartello and Councilman Troop, since everything is going to be disregarded and you're not going to void the vote, putting Bartello's responsibilities for code administration under Troop, I believe that the city will need to rewrite the job descriptions that are on the Sunbury City Council website, and they need to also revise it and add Bartello and Snyder's pictures. They seem to always keep Ister and Troop's pictures, and I mentioned this a year ago that Bartello and Snyder's pictures weren't on the website. So I would like to suggest to the mayor and the council that since you are going to not give Councilman Bartello his due process, that you will need to rewrite the job descriptions that are on the website. Thank you.
Anybody else?
As far as moving forward, we have, I think as we had mentioned, the last meeting I was in attendance at, we actually are working with the company that acquired the cameras from. They're putting a person here who will basically be camped out for the next 3 months. He's actually starting next week. He'll be working first to complete upgrades on all the equipment, and then he actually starts deploying. So all the equipment's basically going to be done here this summer, and we'll wrap it all up. So,
I have an announcement on, is this announcement time?
Yep.
Yeah, on July 21st, the Hills Committee came to me and asked, they want to have a block party at the 100 block section of 12th Street. They want to close the street down from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, evening. It was sort of like a greeting meeting. Is Ron here?
Yeah.
Ron, you want to stand up and tell them about it? And you're here?
Now, we're just wanting to try to get all the neighbors together and get to know each other, which be nice to do because everybody lives one end and the other end, you don't see them. And I figure it'd be a nice way to get together if we shut the street down, have a block party and get to know each other.
I think it's a great idea, Ron. So we're gonna close that street down for you. We'll get a whole police department, 911 center to let this happen. I mean, I think this is promoting, crime watch. You're gonna get to know who your neighbors are, and you're gonna have to start opening communication. And I think if neighbors start having open communication, I think we're gonna have a better neighborhood. It'd be something like we had back when we were kids in the 60s and 70s. Everybody lived in the neighborhood.
What's the date? What was the date?
21st.
No, I'll leave that in motion.
Is it like 5 to 9 or something, or?
3 to 9,
Ron, are you cooking hot dogs?
hot dogs and hamburgers.
Ron, I hope it's a big hit. I really do. I wanna hear how it turns out.
So they don't have to get a permit to have a block party?
All they're doing is getting together, having hot dogs and hamburgers and greeting everybody.
They don't have to have a permit?
Nope.
You can close the street anywhere you want,
As long as it's not a state street.
but in that area, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but the work on 61 has traffic up in the hill area, a nightmare.
This is the
You
one,
can't go out.
this is the one-way street here. So it's gonna be blocked off from Highland to Race, and that's all it's gonna be. And then we'll be no traffic. That's what it is. All we gotta do is get a whole 911 in town that, the ambulance is not gonna be able to go to 12th Street like sometimes it does. But it doesn't usually do that anymore, so we put a stop sign at the corner of 12th and Race, so they avoid that anymore because there's too many stop signs before they get to the hospital. Plus, the emergency's out front, so they use a lot of street.
Okay, I want to mention the music in Cameron Park, 6 to 8, July 9th. It's tomorrow. LED and Rosie, July 16th, Smooth Country. Also want to add one other thing on the next meeting too. Michael, myself, and the chief are going to meet and get together about the weapons and the ammunition that we talked about a couple of meetings back. We're going to get that finalized to what we're going to do, and the council did that out of the way at the same time. Anything else? I want to thank everybody for coming. This meeting's adjourned.